to Community Connections. I'm Marnie, your host. Glad you're joining us on this first day of beautiful, well, the beginning of October, where it's fall and Halloween and lots of good things going on. And my first guest is Lisa Mitz. She's a recording artist, fabulously talented. We're talking about her 10th annual Evening of Destiny, a benefit concert coming up on Saturday, October 22nd. So welcome, Lisa. Good to see you again.
Oh my goodness, so good to be here with you, Marnie.
It's always great to have you on the show. And I remember we did this last year. We came and talked about it. But this has been 10 years you've been doing this.
That's correct. I started out, because I am a recording artist, I felt like through my music, once I became aware of the realities of human trafficking right here in the United States, here in our own backyards, every state, every city affected, I had to do something. And so I felt like through my music, which is always a connector of the hearts. Sure. You know, we can make a difference. We can bring awareness, teach our families, our communities how to protect our children. And also through the same time, through my benefit concerts, I've been able to help a lot of different programs around the United States for survivors get help and restoration that they need to lead a healthy life.
Well, this is a huge undertaking. I mean, it's something that's affecting, like you said, across the country.
Yes.
And in your way, you're making a difference.
I try, and that's what I try to encourage everybody. You know, we moved here, as you know, 18 months ago from Seattle. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't realize, I mean, we all know in Arizona that we have a border crisis going on. But with that comes all the traffickers. We have the fentanyl issue, and we have a lot of human trafficking of children, sex trafficking, things that are really hard to talk about, but we have to be able to face it, because if not, then that's where, you know, lack of knowledge, right, leads to problems. I was performing Saturday night at a beautiful home in Prescott for a fundraiser, another fundraiser, and I had a woman come up to me, tell me that her best friend's daughter was lured on Instagram by traffickers. Wow. Right here in Prescott, right? So, and that's happened now multiple times. People think this little town is all protected.
But the internet has brought the world here. We're a small town, yes, but the influences come to us through the internet, and that's from anywhere.
That's absolutely correct. You know, in the last couple of years, 2020, they just came out with a study about trafficking, mm-hmm, that through Facebook and internet, it has increased 120%, mm-hmm, over just the last 2 years. But also because in Arizona, we do have, you know, it's not just in Phoenix, it's not just in Tucson. People are finding out about Prescott, and with that, you know, comes those influences. Again, doesn't mean we have to be fearful, but we have to be knowledgeable, and that's what this benefit is all about.
Be aware.
Be aware and make a difference just by attending this.
Right, right.
Because 100% of the ticket proceeds, we're partnering with the Phoenix Dream Center, who has one of the renowned programs in the country.
And what do?
They actually help survivors, mm-hmm, be restored. In fact, Shauna Sexton, who is one of our guest speakers, is going to be speaking. She's a survivor that was greatly affected by the Dream Center in a positive way. Now she's gone from victim to director of the whole program there for human trafficking. On top of that, we have Arizona State Representative Quang Nguyen coming, who is a wonderful man and is making a huge difference at the legislative level here. Mm-hmm. In Arizona. We also have Missy Sikora from the Yavapai Family Advocacy Center. You know, Missy is amazing. Mm-hmm. And we have Prescott Detective Joshua Dillenbeck also speaking, because this is a citywide event, right, that we're doing. 100% of the proceeds are going to help either survivors or further the cause for awareness and support for families.
So the evening is, I mean, it's the Evening of Destiny, but it's also concert with the speakers that are sharing, you know, like you said, Shauna's sharing her story, and then the Dream Center, and then others that are making positive impacts towards, you know, working to fight that.
That's right. So I always do an annual benefit concert. And so I'm thrilled to have for the second year in a row my producer, Brandon B., who, by the way, is amazing. I didn't realize until I got his bio. I've worked with him for 3 years, but he actually produced for Justin Bieber. He studied with Whitney Houston's producer, did many Vegas shows. But he is an incredibly talented producer, and he's coming from Washington, going to be performing with me. I have a full Prescott local band here, my band. And after
we do have the talent.
Yes, we have the
surrounded
talent.
you.
I'm very
That's
excited. And then after the concert, an hour concert, we're going to hear from these amazing speakers. We're going to have resource tables available. People can talk afterwards to the speakers and to myself. And we're going to have all kinds of fun. I'm giving away CDs and everything. So it's going to be a phenomenal. And the tickets, Marnie, the tickets are only $25. We have $22 senior price. And we even have a $20 youth 13 through 17 because we want parents and grandparents to bring their teenagers to this.
Yes. So let's talk about where you're doing it this year, because you moved to a new location since last year.
Yeah, last year we were at the Mile High Middle School because the Elks wasn't open. This year we're at the Elks Theater, so I'm thrilled.
Now, how do you buy tickets for it?
So you can go on the Elks website. I think it's PrescottElksTheater.org. And you can also call their number. You can also go on my website, LisaMitzMusic.com. Either one of those, they'll have the poster right here, and then you can see the ticket link and just purchase your tickets.
So you're also having raffles through the evening, did you say?
We have, so I don't know if you know Cody Tuning, Isabella Tuning. They have been wonderful in helping us, and Cody is a very talented photographer. He donated 3 gorgeous metal prints, large, you can hang on your walls. So we're having a silent auction on those and a couple of other items as well. It's going to be an amazing evening. Just a lot of wonderful people coming together. Darlene Fain from the North Arizona Dream Center, helping with foster kids. We're actually supporting them through this evening as well.
Because a lot of times those that are aging out of the foster system are very vulnerable.
They're one of the highest vulnerabilities. So we're actually donating 25% of all proceeds to their program locally here as well.
So you're just giving it all away.
We're giving it all away, and we want to help families. We really wanted this to be a community-wide, incredible evening of music and education. So we really want to encourage everybody to join us and help us sell it out. We need to sell a lot more tickets, but I'm believing we're going to have a sellout.
Okay, so it's Saturday, October 22nd, starting at 7 p.m., Elks Theater.
Doors open at 6.
Doors open at 6, and it's PrescottElksTheater.org.
Yes.
Or 777-1370. Lisa Mitz, thank you. 10th Annual Evening of Destiny coming up on October 22nd. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Marnie, so much.
We develop quality citizens who keep our core, our country, and our communities side by side on the winning side. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back to Community Connections. Marnie, your host, glad you're joining us. Gotta say Samantha Mayer's in the house. She's our new radio and TV scheduler, so if we can get a couple of seconds, we're gonna bring her on just to give you a face to a name, but welcome Samantha, glad you're joining us. My next guest is Pedro Rodriguez, and we've been talking a lot these past few years about need for a transit system in Prescott Valley, and council and leadership said, yes, that's something we look at, and Pedro's been charged with putting it all together. He is the transit Transit Development Coordinator, and I'm happy to say it's on the road, launched effective September 22nd, I believe, September 12th, yes, and it's working.
Yeah, it's up and running. We're really excited to have it here.
How many vans do you have out there?
So right now we have 2 vans that are out there, and if we have excess capacity, we do have some additional resources that we can pull. So right now we have a pilot period. You know, we can estimate all we want, calculate all the ridership that we want, but ultimately we'll see what the demand
Proof
is.
is in the
here.
pudding. Proof is when people get on there and take advantage of riding it. It's called Yavaline, and that is the result of a survey that came out to all of us. And the whole community was able to vote on their favorite. Mine wasn't chosen, but that's okay. I don't harbor anything. I support it. No, it's beautiful. I've seen it out on the road already. So let's talk about it. Is it a fixed route or is it on demand?
Excellent question. So a lot of people think, you know, when they think transit, it's a fixed route, fixed schedule, but it's not. It's a little different. So we run more on demand, door to door or corner to corner. So we have a transit zone, if you will. So I think you've seen that before. You have that in front of you.
Is this it?
That's exactly it. So we provide service within this zone. So if destinations and origins lie within this zone, we can provide that service.
Well, it's north to Roberts Market up there, west to down by Iron King Trail, Glassfield, Summer Trail to Hobby Lobby, and east to the industrial corridor, and then back up around up on the east side there, and includes Mountain Valley Park, Senior Center, Bob Edwards Park, the library, of course, Civic Center. Where's my Chamber of Commerce on here? You can always come to the Chamber of Commerce. But it's so you can either pick up there or you actually call and you can go to any place in that area.
Exactly. You can call or use our mobile app. So we have a mobile app that's available on Google Play or the Apple App Store. You can download that now and you can request your trip through that app. Or if you don't have a mobile phone or if you feel more comfortable speaking with someone, we have a call center available during the same operating hours as our system, 6 a.m. to 8
That was my next
p.m.
question.
Monday through Friday, they're available there to take your request.
Anything on the weekends yet?
Nothing on the weekend. So this is a phase 1. So this may change. Again, this is a pilot program. So we are trying to run with demand. You know, if demand pulls a certain way, or hey, gosh, we have so many trips later, you know, we're trying to be flexible.
The on-demand is interesting because, you know, I can call from, you know, if you get multiple calls at the same time needing pickups, how do you choose? You know, if you're picking up in, let's say, Granville or over at Stormridge or, you know, in any part in between. So that's an interesting. Have you found that you've been having a trouble duplication of calls at the same time from different areas where you can accommodate?
Sure. We're trying to accommodate all we can right now. But the algorithm in the back end of the mobile app sets the priority. So
I see.
based upon efficiencies, you know, say if a vehicle is on the east end versus the west end, you know, maybe this, you know, particular vehicle will be assigned. Also other, for example, if you have a disability, right, we need to make sure that we have an accessible vehicle to accommodate that customer. So it kind of takes a couple of things into consideration in the back end to provide that service.
So are you finding a specific demographic that's using it more than others? Let's say maybe our senior population or students maybe going from somewhere, from school or to work. I mean, we take for granted so many of us just drive. And yet there's a large population, and I know of because I've discussed it with businesses, that people cannot drive for a variety of reasons, you know, whether it's disability or any number of reasons. Well, they don't have a car or the car broke down, you know. And so are you finding that there's a specific demographic that's using it a little bit more yet, or is this still new?
Question. Right now, I think it's too early to tell and too early to kind of create a trend. But what we have seen is at least mobile trip requests versus people who are calling in are the same. So they're about 50-50. So that's very neat to see. I think later on, after at least 6 months, we can see some trends that are happening, but I think it's just too early to tell.
So how long is this pilot program?
So we have a grant that's going to basically provide us with service up to 3 years. So the end of June of 2025.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did I answer your question?
Well, yeah, 'cause it's for the life of the grant.
Yeah.
What happens after the grant's over, though?
So that's what we are seeking right now. We're actually seeking some public-private partnerships. You know, we would like to tailor our service to those entities that need it. You know, be it, employers, humanitarian type organizations where, hey, they need transportation, and that's what we're here to provide.
Is there any costs associated with riding on the Avalon?
Yeah. So right now we have $1 to $2 is a fare, and so people with
You know, you can't even buy anything for $1 or $2 anymore, much less get from here to there. Holy smokes.
And obviously it's subsidized.
Of course.
Public transportation. But yeah, for people 60 and over, it's $1. You can pay with
60 and over?
60 and over, it's $1. You don't.
Sorry.
You don't look it.
That's why I love you.
Yeah, so it's $1. They can pay inside the vehicle. We have a fare box, or they can pay within the app. That's also available. Ages 18 through 59 are $2. Below,
That's still reasonable.
It's very reasonable.
It makes it an opportunity for students, too.
Exactly.
To get, that's another thing, you know, it's just getting to work. You know, we talk about employees and how we keep people working. We need to help get them there. Because not everybody has the luxury of having cars. You know, we're just kind of a spoiled mobile society. And I'm really pleased and thank the town of Prescott Valley for taking this on, because I know I've heard that from employers many, many times. What's one of your biggest challenges? Well, I've got great employees. They're just not able to drive for whatever reason. No judgment. That just happens. So you've got good employees that can't drive, and how do you get them there? So you are bridging that gap and making what we need to do to become a very solid quality community. And I'm just saying, giving you a lot of love, Pedro.
I appreciate it.
A lot of love. Let's mobile app again, and any information they want to talk to you.
Sure. So we're open right now.
Running out of time, so make it fast.
Yeah. Monday through Fridays, we're from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Our trips are fairly cheap. Our mobile app is on the Apple Store
Check
and
out the
Google
town
Play
of
Store.
Prescott Valley's website. We've got all that information on there.
And the website is perfect.
Pedro Reyes, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you,
Good
Marty.
job. All right, quick
Appreciate
break.
it.
We'll be right back.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
And welcome back to Community Connections. Like I said, it's October, and it's pumpkins, and it's Halloween, and it's haunting. Joining me now is Brianna Eastlick. She is the Recreation Manager at Town of Prescott Valley Community Services. Parks and Recreation, one of our favorite people, because they do fun things like we do, like put on fun activities. And we're talking about some Halloween activities, or as we're calling it, the Haunting on the Green, happening on Friday, October 28th from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Civic Center. So what's going on with the haunting, Brianna?
What is not going on? We have so much for Haunting on the Green this year. I mean, so many activities. They're all family friendly, and we're very excited to welcome people of all ages. You know, come out here, have some fun, put on your best costume, get a bunch of candy. I mean, we have a costume contest for children and adults and pets even.
Oh, wow.
So this is a pet friendly event as well. So we really expect to see those dogs out there, and it's going to be very exciting. I mean, we even have some bouncy houses. We have the police department is actually going to be putting on a bike rodeo. So that's going to be very exciting, and it's all focused around helmet safety, you know, and they're going to be giving out helmets, and they're going to be performing all through the night. We have pumpkin painting, we have a scavenger hunt, we have a lot going on.
And there's no charge.
It's no charge, it is absolutely free.
So it's a fun, free family event. And happening on Friday evening, so it's from 4 to 8, so kids can get out of school and still, you know, go get their costumes on and then come on over there.
Absolutely.
So are these going to be different booths set up around the Civic Center green, because it's by the theater on the green, hence haunting of the green?
Yes, so we are going to have booths set up all throughout the green, and there will be like little maps around where you're going to be able to pull them up and just kind of see where everything is. And there also is going to be a haunted house here in the Civic Center on our first floor. So that's going to be very exciting. We are looking for actors for that as well still, and volunteers for the whole event. So if anybody is wanting to volunteer and be a part of that, or if they are an actor and they want to get some experience, we would love to have you.
Okay, so what would they do? They get a hold of you?
Yes, so you can get a hold at the Prescott Valley Parks and Rec Department, which is 728, it ends in 3090.
759-3090. I tend to call that quite a bit. So again, free family event, come on out. Is it a trick or treat kind of event too? So there'll be trick or treating?
Yes. All of our little booths and our activities, there will be a lot of candy. So people are going to be getting sugar.
Candy massacre, as we call it.
Yes.
Well, and if you don't mind, we'll come back to you. But I did want to mention on Monday, October 31st, Halloween, the Prescott Valley Early Bird Lions Club is hosting the Safe Trick or Treat event. Or I think it's the 10th or 11th year that they've been doing it. It's held at the Findlay Toyota Center, the arena, the concourse outdoors, and the concourse indoors. And that's, again, businesses, organizations, and individuals set up tables for traditional just trick-or-treating. There's no other activities like costume contests, which makes Friday so much fun. It is just traditional trick-or-treating that another candy massacre. You can get more candy and then really not have to do the neighborhood thing that it's not. You know, they're just not doing that as much anymore. I know a lot of people say they never get any kids, but there's so many awesome opportunities to do the trick-or-treating by not going door to door.
Yeah, and I think it's safer that way too.
Right. So that's from 4 to 7 on Monday, October 31st. So again, just traditional trick-or-treating, no other activities. Now this is where all the fun stuff goes on Friday night. So you were mentioning a costume contest, and your pets too?
Yes, so it is. We do have a costume contest for the pets. So if you do have a costume for them, we would love to see it. And we'll be taking a lot of pictures. They'll be all over the Parks and Rec Instagram and Facebook page. And we'll also have a photo booth by Signals, who they'll be out there, so you can get some cute little professional pictures in your costumes as well. We have children, first through third place. We have the cutest costume, the scariest costume, the most original, and it doesn't have to be a homemade costume. Anybody can go pick up a costume at Walmart or Target even and just come show it off and be a part of the costume contest. Yeah, and I actually did bring one of our awards here. This is for the cutest costume. So they have a little pumpkin on them. So you'll be walking away with a trophy if you win, and also a little prize pack as well.
How fun is that? Now again, tell me about the bike rodeo. Is that being held over closer to the police department?
Yes, it'll be over by their parking lot area, and they'll be on their little bikes and they'll be showing off and providing safety tips and talking about helmet safety.
Okay, so this is Friday, October the 28th from 4 to 8 p.m. The Haunting on the Green coming up, sponsored by the town of Prescott Valley and Parks and Recreation Community Services, and Brianna being in charge of it all.
Yes, and you can actually see our flyer over on the Signals, their rotating billboard as well.
Nice, perfect. Now we're going to jump really quick. Let's take off our pumpkin masks and let's put on our Santa hats, because we want to just give everybody kind of a hold your date, which is Saturday, December the 3rd for Winter Spectacular This is a new event for the town of Prescott Valley, partnering with the Chamber of Commerce that we're putting on to include a whole community-wide activities on one day on December 3rd. So
Yes, and Winter Spectacular, it will be amazing. We are planning on having a 40-foot Christmas tree all through December and the end of November, and we'll do a lighting for it, and it's going to be wonderful, and we will have the light parade, and we are still looking for people to sign up for that light parade. So if you want to be in it, we would love to have you out there and get your signups in early.
you can sign up online at pvchamber.org. Kim's got it all set up. You can just go online and register. Nominal entry fee, that's for trophies and awards that we would have that evening. The event is from 2 to 8. 2 to 8 with the parade, I think around 6.
And then the lighting at 6:45.
And the lighting of the Christmas tree at 6:45. So yes, you can do it all. We're going to make sure that we place everything so that the whole evening is enjoyed by everyone, because we know we got a lot of school kids and families that participate in the parade. Now how are they going to get over there? So we're working so that you can see. This is the first time since I've been here that I know of that the town has lit up a 40-foot Christmas tree. Normally we do a beautiful light display in the shape of a Christmas tree, but this is the first time, so it's going to be really exciting to come on out and help us launch this new era of winter spectacular holiday celebration. Of course, Valley of Lights will be open, and all the other good things are going to be going on. So mark your calendar for Saturday, December 3rd. You'll want to be down at the Civic Center for the Winter Spectacular. More on that as we come along, but we did want to get you a little bit of interest peak so we can start getting that, and parade applications are available. So
Yeah, I run our social media accounts on Instagram and Facebook, and we actually are doing a 12 weeks of winter right now. So every Tuesday, you can go on our social media pages and click on our story, and there will be a new activity that will be at the Winter Spectacular. So we're kind of keeping a few things under wraps so that we can announce them every Tuesday.
And it's coming out. Follow them on Facebook too, because that's where I follow you. And I get those notifications, what's new. So Brianna, thank you so much. But again, coming up real soon, Friday, October 28th, Haunting on the Green from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Civic Center. This will be a fun night. Come on out and join us. All right. Thanks, Brianna.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next in 2 weeks.